band Epic Ringtone by Carl and Max. We use GarageBand. Our launcher, GarageBand Absolute Music Lesson 1. Smart Go. Our challenge is to create personalized ringtones for a close contact. Each ringtone communicates something about who they are. Our smart specific. Next.
We will use GarageBand Absolute Music Lesson 1 to create a ringtone for Grace. Personalized by using GarageBand. Measurable. In these next 4 days, we will be able to make a ringtone. Attainable. What resources do we have to reach our goal? An iPad and GarageBand. What prior knowledge do we have to help reach our goal? We have used GarageBand once. Relevant. We are creating this because we want to make Grayson's ringtone. Time-based. We will reach our goal by day 6.
We use our technology to Google by using sounds in GarageBand and also some movies too. I wish that GarageBand had more sounds on it because we couldn't find a really good one. The way we made it sound so good is by overlapping the sounds. Relate your
Relate your mantra. Please talk about
That's
drink
right. You got a text from supposed to come.
There we go. Okay, so as an example, our launcher can relate to the real world in many different ways. One way it can relate is that almost everyone in the world has a ringtone. Think about it. Our launcher may also
sit
relate
down.
to the real world because it's about music. Everyone loves music in one way or another.
What problems did you have? We had problems such as not knowing how to use multiple sounds. We solved it by trying a bunch of things until we found one that worked. We didn't know. Upload a ringtone and send it to Grace, and we solved it by asking for help.
Roger!
Stop playing Clash Royale!
What do we have left? We have learned from this experience is how to mix such dubious and exquisite vocals and music. Another thing is how to combine themes. This is so hard, making an exquisite melody.
What the freak?
What we learned in number 2, down and wrong.
Console. Yeah.
We have learned that we can use math in GarageBand. We use things like absolute value.
Well, we learned
Yes.
these constructs and phosphorus. Yeah.
Gone among us.
Found your stupid mouse in the way.
Wait.
Click the button. What do you need?
Our final outcome was to just finish Grayson's ringtone and make it sound good. We did finish our goal because we finished making Grayson's ringtone. If so, what would you change? We would make it for another person. We liked how easy it was and how fun it was.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You're supposed to delete that slide.
June.
Past lives.
Get out of here, fat ring. Charlie, my turn.
So,
You, Carl, do the thing.
we pick 52.
We want 53.
I want 53.
That's it.
Stop, Rachel.
It's always your PowerPoint, Tony.
Tomato statistics.
Tomatoes.
Okay, guys, go.
Ranger, stop trying to pants me.
Look.
push from your image.
Tornado statistics made by Zaxton, vocab by Tony.
Yeah!
We used internet, iPad, and iPad. We will use the internet and our launcher, Extreme Weather and Monster Storms Tornado Statistics Lesson 2. To create a video of us explaining the end of the tornado by pretending to be news broadcasters. In these next 4 days, we will be able to research tornadoes and the end of the tornado, so we have good info of them. So then we will.
Damn? So damn?
Then we will be able to make a video on it. What recesses do we have to reach our goal? We have our
Resources,
launcher.
not recesses.
Shut up. And the internet. What prior knowledge to, why is it two? We had to help reach our goal. We lived near this place and we're around when it happened. We are creating this because we thought it would be interesting to find out more about the end of the tornado or just tornadoes in general. We will reach our goal by day 4 because on day 1 and 2 we will do research on the subject, and on day 3 we will start to make the video, and on day 4 we will publish and or finish the video. My challenge is to choose a topic about tornadoes to explore and present your information. About your technology. Tony, read this.
My technology is not very many things. I use an iPad and Google. I did use them a lot, especially Google. Is a search engine that is pretty much the same thing as Bing, but better. I use Google to search and look up stuff about the Enderlin tornado, and I used a mean and median. I also use an iPad for this project. I used using CapCut and Shotpass to make a presentation video. I always use an iPad and use Google. Boxflat is a visual way to display the data set.
No. Relate your launcher to the real world. My launcher relates to the real world because I was being a news reporter and reporting the weather. It is also related to the real world because the Enderlin tornado was a real thing that happened and was put on the news. It also is related to the real world because I read real info on the topic with Tony reading one. I also had to edit the video, which also relates to the real world. It also relates to the real world because natural disasters are very real and very dangerous. I also put real pictures in of the damage.
Yeah, with that one.
What problems did you have? Some problems we had was Max making us laugh during the video.
Yeah, Max.
My other problem was I couldn't figure out how to get the video to the computer. I also didn't know how to use CapCut. Grayson helped us figure out how to edit and add effects. When we were in the middle of making the video the first couple of times, people wouldn't be quiet and kept making noises, etc. Those are the problems we had.
Put that down.
That your video?
Yeah, it is. Stop.
Stop touching it.
Access denied. Raise it, stop.
Access it.
Toby Smile also helps you make the thing.
Yeah, Tony Smiles did.
Come on, boys.
Press play. Press play, you face.
My place has to be good.
So it looks so weird. Guys, you ready for the best video you've ever seen in your life?
Tony.
Hey,
Okay,
remember
wait.
which flash drive we put it on?
The
Tony.
black one. This one right here.
Yeah.
Tony.
Tony Smiles.
Don't you quit being
I told you it
racist.
might not work.
What?
It works on our computer.
Yeah. Because I'm seeing it through the computer.
This better work.
Yep, it's that one.
This better work. I swear to God, if this does not work, I'm going to. Yeah! We can't
Can't
hear
hear
it.
it.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Oh, from back.
People died in the end of the West Side.
were identified as Michael Dan 73, Catherine Patas Dan 73, and Margario Lucio 89, according to the Cass County Sheriff's Office. They also destroyed 10 homes. It stayed on the ground for about 8 minutes. It was also a nocturnal tornado, which means it was active at night. It was the first EF5 tornado of that day. And now I'll show you some pictures.
Tony, back up. Back up, Tony. I can't see the whole picture.
What is our call?
Okay.
Subscribe.
Yo, that was
Why was
that's,
there a cone at the end?
I don't know.
Conclusion.
We didn't get, okay.
Shut up.
It was about local stuff. A success I had was making the video on time and finding enough information. Something I learned is that tornado was on the ground for 18 minutes. I did all the work other than the vocab. There's the vocab.
I did that.
Yeah, it took you an entire day to copy and paste that.
I didn't.
Super crane.
What was ponder?
Super belly.
I won. This
Yo, check if I'm bleeding. I stabbed myself with the red thing. Ooh.
Okay. Super crane. This is by me and Grayson. We use fish and tectonics. This is the Super Crane Challenge. Our smart goal.
We are using Fisher Technic Mechanics 2.0. Crane, the Super Crane Challenge L3 to create the crane, a crane following the instructions it provides us. In the next 4 days, we will be able to create a super crane that can lift heavy objects.
Wow.
We have the FT kit book and the material to build it. Relevant. We are creating this because we want to relate it to the real world. Super crane.
Time-based. We are going to do steps 1 through 6 on day 1. We're going to try to do steps 7 through 12 on day 2. We did steps 13 through 22 on day 3. On day 4, we will do whatever we have left. We will test it and might modify it if we have time.
About our technology. We are using Fisher Technic Mechanics 2.0 Super Crane Challenge L3. We're using this to build our crane so we don't make mistakes. We didn't really use technology, but because we just use the instruction booklet. We also use our peer a little bit to learn some things about the cranes. We use our peers to do our days, and we use it to watch videos about cranes. We use our brains, and I weld some of the stuff we put together.
Relate your launcher to the real world. Our launcher is used every day for lifting heavy things like heavy equipment, construction materials, mining payloads, and etc. They use them in construction for building big skyscrapers. They use them in nuclear power plant constructions to help lift massive structures in nuclear plants. They use them in offshore drilling platforms to help entire sections of oil rigs. They use them in wind turbine installations to lift wind turbine components. They use bridge installations for lifting bridge materials.
Wait, you gotta read the little
Our
arrows.
crane can lift 1,014 grams. This crane can carry 5,000 tons.
I think yours won.
What problems do we have? We had the problem of the crane breaking after a amount of weight. We solved our problem by changing the part and putting in a new one.
Which means that one.
What did you learn? We learned how our crane works. We learned that our crane works using a motor and a pulley system.
What we learned? We learned the crane would lift around 1,000 grams. We learned that anything too much would break the crane.
Wow.
We learned how to work to build a crane together. We learned how we are both going to contribute to the crane in different or similar ways.
We also learned how to fix problems like when the crane breaks or when a piece of the crane breaks. We fixed one of our problems by putting a support beam on the back so it doesn't lift up.
We learned how a real size crane works every day. We learned how a pulley system can lift heavy objects.
We learned the basics of how a life-size crane is built. We also learned how durable and strong a life-size crane is and how much it can lift.
Is this from a video game?
Conclusion. Our SMART goal was off by 2 days, so we were finished before the last day. We achieved our SMART goal because we finished our project on time. We would change our project because it was easy to build, and we would change it to make it have more power. We like projects like this because there's a super crane and they are cool in the real world. We had success of the project working because it might not work. We learned how super cranes work. We split the work equally because that would be
Playing
unfair.
Clash Royale?
We learned that when we put a 9.67 volt battery, it lifted more than a 9.14 volt.
Okay.
I didn't see any of those words in the thing.